So my presentation is about why is language acquisition best in person. So we all remember this video from just a couple weeks ago, the TED Talk, and this lady speaks to us about how babies are basically only able to learn from face-to-face interaction, and they just don't learn from an audio or video. She then goes on to show us this chart where basically in the critical age of them to learn specific sounds to their language, that when they're exposed to TV or audio, they don't learn anything. They only learn it when it is face-to-face interaction. She also talked about how there's a critical period for us to acquire a second language, and that our ability to acquire this language just kind of drops off beginning at age 7. So why is this? Why is no learning whatsoever takes place unless it's from a human being? Why is that? So a study was conducted in Taiwan of 32 fifth graders, and they participated in the study to see if more vocabulary was retained face to face or over a video chat. Half the students participated in the video chat, and half the students participated in the face to face. The story that they read was the Edwina, the dinosaur who didn't know she was extinct. To see what their vocabulary acquisition was, they gave the students a test prior to the book and the same test after the book. The words were Edwina, care, bake, accept, extinct, and protesting. In the study, they also wanted to gauge a child's involvement. So they did a test before and after the book as well to see um, who was actually listening and who wasn't. They noticed that when they were doing the video chat that a lot of students were losing attention when they would have to cut back and forth from the picture of the book to the teacher that was reading the book. And here's the result of the study. On average, there were 4.5 words retained for students who heard the book face to face, and on average, there were 3 words retained for the students that heard the book via video chat. Here's a chart I found in the same study, and this is actually kind of the reason that they did the study, is because that there weren't many studies conducted where they could see the face-to-face versus video chat with elementary students. And so as you can see by all these studies, is that it doesn't really show how much vocabulary was retained, right? So how much language acquisition they retained of face-to-face. But you can see also that somewhere when they become university students or somewhere around that age, they are able for language acquisition to just happen over a video chat. Whereas the younger students require the face-to-face engagement, just like the lady said in her TED Talk. No learning was done when it was a video or when it was audio. So these studies here, if we look at the 11 to 12-year-olds in elementary, all that says is that participants exerted more peer scaffolding and engagement in speaking activities. Or another one in elementary students is the experimental group speaking ability outperformed the control group, and that was via video conferencing. But that was just speaking ability. That wasn't really how many words they retained, right, or vocabulary. So we can also look here where it says university students, it says participants improve their speaking and writing skills. And also university students made significant progress in listening and speaking abilities via video conferencing. So there's still something that's just unknown of why, and at that age, do we retain more when it's face-to-face versus video chat. So in conclusion, elementary students retain more vocabulary words face-to-face, and when students reach the age of university, they prefer to learn a language on electronic device. And basically, we just need more study to really see why students learn better face-to-face when they're younger and why they retain more vocabulary when it's electronic media at an older age. And here's my reference page. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.